Hello Pokemon fans, this is ProPokeNoob back today with the U-Tournies. This is going to be the conclusion of HerpyDerqy's Monotype tournament, so spoilers, I lose in round 3. But that's quite alright. Like I said, I have an out-of-this-world match for all of you, and guess what? It is so out of this world, I actually lost the log. So, what I've decided to do was actually bring you more of a story than the battle, because, to be quite honest, all I was going to do is show you the battle and tell the story anyways, and I thought this would be a lot more creative and, you know, bring you guys more of a treat because, frankly, uploading every 6 days sucks, and I understand that, and plus my new mic that I bought actually sucks even more than this one, so I'm using broke limpy mic over here, which is doing a better job, and what I'm going to do is bring you a story about this round 3 because it's actually, it's an interesting story. It's I guess touching, like not tear-jerking touching, but I mean, it did kind of change someone's life. So, just change someone's life. It's whatever. If you guys are ready, I am going to bring you over to the storyline right now. So, just to warn you, this is going to be an awesome little story. But not only that, but the colors are going to be a little psychedelic just because of my recording software. On top of that, I've also learned that if I turn my mic recording setting all the way to the bottom, to the lowest possible decibel that I could possibly put it to, I still spike in red. So I am sorry, but this is just ridiculous now. I'm getting annoyed. But, you know what? We have a story here today, and this story involves a person by the name of Johnny Lucien. And Johnny Lucien was my opponent in round 3 of HerpyDerqy's Monotype tournament, and he had happened to be running a Mono Psychic team. Now, I do not remember if this is the exact Mono Psychic team. I believe he might have had a Metagross instead of Jirachi, but you guys get the idea. It's a really threatening team. This person actually looked like a very good battler, and definitely something that was worth the wait, because we had a hard time getting a battle going since both of us were busy, and this was during the time when like school was getting a little bit busier for me, and then he's, I think, like 6 hours, he was some type of time far off from me, so we had to kind of accommodate for that. Now the main thing to know about this story is this Gallade. Now this Gallade is going to be the biggest pain in my arse, because like I said, my team is walled by specially defensive Pokemon. So Blissey and Chansey were my main worries, stuff like Snorlax and stuff like that. I never thought about Gallade. Base 115 special defense. Very threatening. So I figured the only thing that could possibly take this on is my physical wall, Electros. So Electros originally was just supposed to come in and just wall it out completely and see what the heck it's going to do. Well, what do you know? His Gallade turns out to be a specially defensive Gallade with Bulk Up and Substitute. Okay, so max HP, max special defense with Bulk Up. This is bad. But, luckily for me, I have a perfect Pokemon to deal with this because, hey, I've got Roar, so I can just deal with this thing immediately. No, he gets a freaking critical hit with his Drain Punch, fire representing the ultimate rapingness that he puts me through, and basically ruins most of my chances for winning this match. So this is why I just wanted to bring this, because the story, essentially the battle is Gallade takes out a whole bunch of my Pokemon. I eventually take out the Gallade with a way that I do not remember how, and somehow end up that he still wins. But at this point, after I saw my Electros fall, I thought about exactly what I could do with this, and I'm looking at his team, and I'm thinking, once I get through this Gallade, what do I have to do to win? Like, he's got these 2 OUs, and he's got, wait a minute, he's got 3 UUs. And that's when it kind of dawned on me that, hey, his team is illegal, technically, according to the rules. Now, I am a big stickler of the rules, and I believe in the fact that, hey, if you break the rules, even though it completely sucks and it's unfortunate, you should, you know, obey the rules, and if you fall and lose your chances, you know, it's unfortunate, but that's the rules. So I was all like, hey, dude, you son of a bitch, I'ma shank you! No, I'm kidding. I more or less said along the lines, hey, I just realized you have 2 OU and 3 UU Pokemon on your team. He's like, wait, what? And I go, yeah, and he goes, oh, I didn't realize. And that's his voice that he's going to be having for the rest of this upload. So, he had no idea. I think it had something to do with the Azelf. Maybe this was another PO thing, but I remember him mentioning Azelf's, he thought Azelf was RU, so I told him Azelf has never dropped below UU that I remember, because I think Azelf was OU in 4th gen, and it's UU in 5th gen. I've never seen it drop to RU. Like, I'm thinking Mesprit. was it even RU at the time. It was still NU, and I think Uxie was RU, so maybe he confused the two. But nonetheless, I told the guy, you know, you're going to have to forfeit. But I figured at the same time, you know, we've been waiting a long time for this battle. There's no point in giving up the battle when, you know, we've been trying to set this up, and now we're going to cancel it because he has an illegal team. We might as well finish the match. So I said, why don't we just finish the match? It's fair. He was happy about it, but again, like, I don't have much to bring to this guy's battle because, like, he's just gonna kick my butt. I don't have much to take out this Gallade, and this Gallade was just causing me issues. So, all in all, the battle finishes. He wins with a 3-0. Clean victory. I'm pretty sure he finished me off with a V-Create just to look even fancier. I cannot remember. I'm pretty sure all I did was I broke the sub and maybe got a crit on the Gallade, because I think by the time I got to it, it was +4, +5 with bulk ups, or something of the sort. So, Johnny Lucien does take the win. But I told the guy, I said, look, I'm really sorry that I have to do this, but, I mean, you broke the rules, your team had 3 UUs on it, so I'm going to go talk to HerpyDerqy, just tell him that you're going to forfeit. And he was actually very graceful. I mean, I don't expect him to just 100% let me do this, but at the same time, you know, the guy was very nice and said, I understand, and stuff like that, and, you know, we had a very good resolve with this. So I went and I climbed the mountain, not Mustafa's mountain, he's somewhere else, I think to the left, somewhere down southeast. But I went to go talk to the almighty HerpyDerqy, and I told him the story, and I said, so, you know, he's forfeiting, he forfeited, and that's the end of that. And HerpyDerqy, being all his HerpyDerqy, goes, hey, HerpyDerqy, ask him to change his team around so it's illegal and redo the battle, HerpyDerqy. I was actually going to do his voice, but I screwed up there. That's okay. But he told me I could redo the battle. Now, this was kind of good because, hey, I realized, hey, now I know his team, and perhaps I could plan around it a little bit more. Not change my guys up. That's a little out of my morals. But I figured, you know, now that I know his team, and whenever you do this, you know, you kind of get used to the teams, and then it's like playing your friends, right? You just know what they do and how they play, and that's why I'm losing a lot lately, because everyone knows how I play, and then now I'm getting, like, just destroyed. Anyways, that's not the point of this. The point of this right now is he told me that we can redo the battle. But I thought about this, and I'm going, is there even a point in redoing it over? Because when I think about it, that Gallade, no matter what, is going to cause me issues. And, you know, I just have to play around the Gallade a little bit better. Maybe him not critting my Electros, leading off with it when he goes out with it. I don't know. But the point is, I would have to get him to change his team, which could put him at a disadvantage. I mean, if he built around his Azelf, I don't know what his Azelf actually was, but if he built around the Azelf, then perhaps it might change up his whole thing. So I thought of it, and I was thinking back to the match. And in the match, he did mention something about him with not using the Azelf at all, which, you know, would technically means that he only used 2 OUs, 2 UUs, and an RU. And no matter what, the RU was kicking my butt nonetheless. So, you know, I thought about this, and I figured he's right. I mean, he technically didn't use a 3rd UU. Even though it was on his team and it could have changed how I played, it didn't. And so I thought about it, and I went back to HerpyDerqy, and I said, look, give him the win. He won it fair and square. He did. He deserved it, right? He earned it, and he royally kicked my butt. I was not prepared for his team. His was much better built than mine. So, you know, I told HerpyDerqy, here, take the trophy, let him move on. I don't see how it would be fair for me to let someone as good of a player as him to be hindered by the fact that I noticed that he has 3 UUs on his team, even when he didn't even know that it was a UU. So I told HerpyDerqy, said, okay, that's absolutely all right with me. I'll just make sure I put down 3-0, and we'll go from there. So went to go talk back to Johnny Lucien. It was on YouTube, but, you know, this looks a lot more prettier. And after talking to HerpyDerqy, I told him that, hey, you're moving on to round 4, and based on this next picture, he was pretty much appreciative of it. He sent me a really nice message back saying, you know, thank you so much, it's awesome, and stuff like this, and he was really happy that he could move on, even though, you know, I kind of told him he has to forfeit. But all in all, I let him move on to round 4. Unfortunately, he didn't make it to the finals, but from what I remember, yeah, he didn't make it to the finals, but you know what, it was better that he moved on than me because, again, he won, He earned it, and, you know, this is one time that you can step over the rules, because, you know, they're just there to set up the team, but no, he definitely took it. So, I hope you all enjoyed this story. Comment, rate, and subscribe, everyone. I promise you battles after this, but for now, this will be the end of the U-Tournies. I will be back with the Professor Croak's Harry Potter tournament sometime later. I do have a few battles that I want to do in between the U-Tourney breaks, and I'm still working on stuff like Friends Week and all this other stuff. But there is something that I need from all of you, and that is kind of a vote, or just for you to put your opinion down, and that is for Professor Croak's Harry Potter uploads. I have access to Harry Potter, and I explained this before, and it didn't really go through because I had to stop uploading for a while, but if you guys would like Harry Potter as a guest narrator, which I can get for you guys, then please leave a comment in the section below. I will definitely get to a comment like that. I will get him on the phone, fly him over from Wizardland, or wherever the heck he is right now, and I will get him to do a guest narration. So let me know in the comment section below, but thank you so much for listening to this story. This will be the end of the U-Tournies for now. I hope you have all enjoyed this mini-series. Also, let me know if you like this idea of me showing you tournament uploads. I entered another tournament, but again, HerpyDerqy hasn't been on lately, and frankly, that's not a big deal because I don't have a team ready yet anyways. So, if I do have any more tournament battles other than the Harry Potter one in the future, I will bring the U-Tournies back. But until then, everyone, have an excellent day. Peace.